Today I'm gonna teach you guys how to simplify the radicals. There is a common formula how to simplify the radicals. That is square root of a square that equals absolute value a. Okay, so that is the formula. Now let's take a look this square root of 16. Let's take a look at this example, and we can say if we factor this number, it can be either write down 4 times 4, right? And for the 4 times 4, we can write down as what? 4 square, right? 4 square. So follow this formula, we're gonna get absolute value of 4, because absolute value always give you the non-negative number. If it's positive, 4 should be itself. Okay, that's the absolute value. Now let's take a look another example. How to evaluate square root of 25. Very similar to the previous example. We still do the factoring. 25 we can write down as 5 times 5. Okay, and then we can write down as 5 square. So follow this formula. That guy will boils down to absolute value a. A is 5, and that give you 5. Okay, now I'm gonna give you a little bit special one, that is -3 square. Okay, for this case, of course, you can follow this formula. Here a is -3, so we plug in this formula. A equals -3, and here we're gonna have that is absolute value -3. Absolute value -3 always give you non-negative value or non-negative value. Here's a -3, so it should be a +3. Okay, and now we're gonna give you a little bit tougher. How about the square root of 8? Now let's take a look. So still we're gonna use factoring method. 8 we can write down as 2 times 4, right? And then for the 4 we can write down as 2 square, right? 2 square. Again, here is 2 square. We can follow that formula. We'll let this part put this part outside, follow this formula. We're gonna have what? Absolute value 2 square root of 2. Okay, we just move this part following this formula. Follow this formula. Absolute value 2 is 2, so it should be 2 times square root of 2. Okay, square root of 2. Now I'm gonna give you guys another example. The first step, we need following factoring method. Okay, factoring method. So 175 here is 175. The easiest way for us to know one factor should be a 5. Okay, 5, and the 175 divided by 5 gonna be is what? Is 35, right? 35. And then for the 35, we easily can find a factor should be 5 times 7, right? 5 times 7, and then you can tell that should be 5 square times 7. Okay, now you can find the square. We can follow this formula again, right? So I'm gonna circle this square term. Okay, and then we have this guy, and we can simplify it. That's it. So that's the simplified radical. Okay.